For most of its history, Israel was an island surrounded by enemies and sitting on a strategic nightmare. No oil, no gas, trubit, no natural resources. Golda Meir, Israel's former prime minister, once joked that Moses must have had a terrible sense of direction, leading his people for 40 years through the desert to the one spot in the Middle East with no oil. This was not just a joke, it was a critical vulnerability. But what if I told you that in just 15 years, Israel has completely flipped the script? They have built a $30 billion machine of steel and concrete that has turned them from an energy island into a regional superpower. But this machine has a dark side. It is a fortress that has sparked a spy war between US and China, and it is powered by a gas field so valuable, it has its own navy to protect it. In this video, we will uncover the 3 pillars of Israel's infrastructure revolution. We will explore the offshore titan that geologists said was impossible to find, the controversial port that put Israel in the middle of a showdown between US and China, and the train station that doubles as a nuclear bunker. By the end, you will understand how a nation engineered its way out of scarcity, and why, in the Middle East, a pipeline is never just a pipeline, it is a weapon. The story begins in 2010 with a discovery that changed everything. For decades, everyone assumed Israel had no significant energy reserves. Deep seismic scans of the Mediterranean seabed revealed a massive anomaly. They drilled, and they found Leviathan. This is not just a gas field, it is a monster. 600 billion cubic meters of natural gas, enough to power Israel for 40 years and then some. But finding it was the easy part. The gas was trapped 1,500 meters below the sea, under miles of rock, 130 kilometers from shore. To get it out, they had to build a fortress at sea. The Leviathan platform is a 25,000-ton giant, the weight of 3 Eiffel Towers pinned to the seabed. Its top sides were built in Texas, sailed across the Atlantic, and lowered into place by the world's largest crane vessel in a terrifyingly delicate operation. But this is not a normal rig. Because it powers an entire nation, it is a prime military target. The platform is protected around the clock by the Israeli Navy's most advanced warships, equipped with a sea-based version of the Iron Dome. It is a $3.6 billion gas rig that needs its own navy. This single discovery turned Israel from an energy importer into an energy exporter overnight. But it also made them a target. With energy secured, Israel turned to its next vulnerability: trade. The port of Haifa is Israel's gateway to the world, but it was too old and too shallow for modern mega-ships. They needed an upgrade, but they did not want to pay for it alone. So they put the project up for international tender, and the winner sparked a geopolitical earthquake. A state-owned Chinese company, SIPG. China won the contract to build and operate the new Bayport terminal for 25 years. They brought in massive automated cranes and high-tech logistics, turning Haifa into a world-class port. But the US Navy, whose 6th Fleet often docks in Haifa, was furious. They saw a Chinese-run port just meters from their warships as a massive security threat, a potential hub for espionage. The controversy forced Israel into a diplomatic crisis. They had to write special override clauses into the contract, allowing them to seize control of the port in an emergency. It was a stark reminder that in the great game of infrastructure, a port is never just a port. It is a foothold. If you are enjoying this deep dive into how infrastructure is reshaping the world, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We post videos like this every week, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. While the sea was being conquered, a different war was being fought on land, a war against topography. For decades, traveling between the coastal city of Tel Aviv and the mountain city of Jerusalem was a slow, winding journey. A high-speed train seemed impossible because of the steep elevation change. The solution was the A1 link, a high-speed rail line that does not go over the mountains, but through them. Engineers used massive tunnel boring machines to carve 38 kilometers of tunnels through the Judean mountains. The real marvel is the destination. When you step off the train in Jerusalem, you are 80 meters, or 260 feet, underground. The Yitzhak Navon station is one of the deepest heavy rail stations in the world, and it is deep for a reason. Like many things in Israel, it is dual purpose. The station is designed to function as a massive nuclear-proof bunker, capable of sheltering 2,000 people in the event of a war, with ventilation systems that can filter out chemical weapons. It is a grand structure of transit built inside a grand structure of survival. Energy, trade, transport. Israel had built its way to security. But what was it all for? The answer lies in what these projects enabled. The gas from Leviathan did not just power homes. It fueled a massive petrochemical industry, turning Israel into a major exporter of plastics. But the real prize was gas diplomacy. For the first time, Israel had something its neighbors desperately needed. They began exporting gas to Jordan and Egypt. Think about that. After decades of war, their power grids are now physically linked. Jordan's lights stay on because of Israeli gas. Egypt's liquefied natural gas terminals process Israeli gas for export to Europe. This is the ultimate goal of these grand structures: infrastructure, peace. The idea is that if you are tied together by billions of dollars of trade, you are less likely to fire missiles at each other. It is a web of concrete and steel interdependence. But not every grand dream has come true. There is one broken pillar in this story: the Red Sea to Dead Sea conveyance. The Dead Sea is dying. It is dropping by over a meter every year as the Jordan River, its main source, is diverted. The proposed solution is the most ambitious of all: a 180-kilometer pipeline to pump water from the Red Sea, carry it across the desert, and refill the Dead Sea. It sounds like a perfect win-win. But here, engineering hit a wall of chemistry. Scientists discovered that mixing the two types of water would create gypsum, turning the beautiful blue Dead Sea into a milky white pond. That, combined with political tensions, has stalled the project. It remains a dream on paper, a grand structure trapped in a bureaucratic deadlock. So, in less than a generation, Israel has engineered a new reality for itself. They built a fortress at sea to guard their energy, sparked a superpower rivalry over their ports, and tunneled through holy mountains to connect their cities. They turned scarcity into a weapon of diplomacy. These projects prove that a nation can build its way to power. But they also show that in the Middle East, every new pipeline, every new railway, and every new port is a move on a four-dimensional chessboard of geology, politics, and war. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the mega projects that are shaping our world. We have some incredible stories coming up that you will not want to miss. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next one.